Hello, dear students. Today we will start our new chapter, chapter number 10. Chapter name is Motion and Measurement of Distances. Motion and Measurement of Distances. Okay, dear students, in your screen you are able to see some means of transportation. Okay, today at first I will discuss about the story of transport. Story of transport. Long ago, people did not have any means of transport as we know. They used to move only on foot and carry goods on their back. But later on, they began to use animals for transportation, for transport through water, routes, boats were used from ancient time. Boats were simple logs of wood in which a hollow cavity could be made. You can see here boat in this diagram also. Later, people learned to put together different pieces of wood and give shapes to the boats. These shapes limited to the shapes of the animals living in water. We already discussed about the shape of fish in our previous chapter, streamline shape. So, just like their shapes, the people have made boats. They have given shape just like those animals. So after that invention of the wheel, as I think you know that that invention of the wheel, okay, that made a great change in modes of transport. And the design of the wheel was improved over thousands of years. Then after that, animals were used to put carts that moved on wheels. And now we are in 21st century. We have different kinds of car. So the invention of steam engine also, that was the great discover in motion that led to the development of new means of transport. Railroads were made for steam engine driven carriages and wagons. Okay, then as you know, after that, automobiles, motor cars, trucks, buses, like that. Nowadays, electric trains, you know, supersonic aeroplanes, spacecrafts. So this is the contribution of 20th century. So this is a journey of transport. It begins on foot, but now you know that we have different kinds of cars. Now we are discussing about electric cars, supersonic helicopters, like that. So this is the main story of our transport. So dear student, in this picture you have seen so many different transports. You have to do one thing. You have to arrange all these transports in a correct order from the earliest modes of transport to the most recent. I think you are able to do this thing. Okay, so at first you will do that one. Okay, now we have second thing in our NCRT book, that how wide is the desk? Is this desk? You have shown in figure 10.2 and 10.3 there are two desks. I'm asking to you that if you have any desk, so I am asking how wide is that desk? How can you measure that desk? We will learn from these things that how to discuss about the distances and all the things like that. So in this picture, that in picture 10.2, he is measuring the length of the desk with the gilli and danda. I think you know about gilli and danda. This gilli and danda, uh, this is a game. Okay, the length of the danda is more than that of gilli. So they we tried to measure the length of the desk using the danda and the gilli. Okay, these two decks, the desk seems to be having a length equal to two dandas. Okay, in this one, in first one, equal to two dandas length and two length of the gilli. It seems in first one you can see here one danda and two gilli. It seems to be having a length equal to two danda length and two length of the gilli. Drawing a line in the middle of the desk leaves each of them happy with a half of the desk equal to a danda and gilli in length. After a few days, the marked line gets wiped out. Dear students, you can see there are two desks. Okay, so we can see the length of this desk is equal to the two gilli, two danda, and two gilli. But in this picture, we can see the length of the desk is equal to two dandas and one gilli, because the length of the gilli and danda is different, and according to that we can measure the length of the desk. Nowadays we have different things, we have geometry box, we have scale to solve this problem. But I'm saying to you that recently, or we can say at starting, we used to find out the length of the desk like this way. And there is another way to find out the length of the desk. You can see in this diagram. This boy is finding out the length of this desk by the string lines. So we can find out the length by many ways. I have given you two examples. By gilli and danda, we can find out the length of the desk, and in this one, this boy is finding out the length of the desk with the string lines. Suppose that you are asked how tall you are. You want to tell the length of the straight line from the top of your head to the heel of your feet. How long is this room? How long is this desk? How far is it from Delhi to Lucknow? How far away is the moon from the earth? All these questions have one thing in common. They all concern distance between two places. The two places may be close enough, like the two ends of a table, or they may be far apart, like Jammu and Kanyakumari. As we know that, the distance between Jammu Kashmir and Kanyakumari. Okay, they are very far from each other. So the distance is very important term here. So how can we find the length of any table, or how can we find the length of this room? How can we find the length of your desk? How can we find the length of Delhi to Lucknow? This we'll learn in this chapter. We measure the distances by the hand span also. If I ask to you that what is the length of your table, by using your hand span you can say two hand span or three hand span. but it will be not accurate because your hand span is different and my hand span is different. So to find out the distance, to find out the actual length of anything, we have to use a standard unit that cannot be changed. If I ask to you that what is your height and what is my height, compare our heights. If you use your hand span, then it may be possible that your height is 20 hand span according to your hand span. Okay, but according to my hand span, it would be 10. So this is not accurate. So one thing was very important. There should be the standard unit of measurements. So the standard unit of measurement is that unit that do not change. That should remain same for everyone. In previous time, we use foot, we use yard, we use hand span like that. So this is very important. Okay, people use the foot as a unit of length in different part of the world. They measured a yard of cloth by the distance between the end of the outstretched arm and their chin. Okay, so in ancient India, a small length measure used were an finger or a mutti like that. Even today we can see such type of units are there like mutti, nali. Okay, we use this thing, but this is not a standard unit. So in 1790, I should say 1790, dear student, French created a standard unit of measurement that is called the metric system. So that metric system is very important for us. So in that metric system, we always measure the length, area, whatever the physical quantity we have, we measure with the unit. Okay, that unit is a standard unit, and that was started from 1790 by the French. So that system of unit, standard system of unit, which is now used as a SI unit. Okay, SI unit, we can say the system of units now used in known as the International System of Unit. SI units, we usually say SI units, but the full form of SI unit is International System of Units. The International System of Unit of length is meter. Okay, the SI unit of length is meter. So we use the meter scale to find out the length of desk or any room. But when we have to find out the large distances, then a meter is not convenient unit. So we define a larger unit of length that is called kilometer. And we know that in 1 kilometer there are 1,000 meters. Okay, but the standard unit or international system of unit of length is meter. For our convenient, we have converted that meter in case of centimeter. As we know, 1 meter equal to 100 centimeter. Okay, we have divided meter into 100 equal divisions, and that is called centimeter. And each centimeter has 10 equal divisions, that is called millimeter. So this is the relation between meter and centimeter and millimeter. But you should know this thing, that the standard unit or international system of unit of length is meter. So go through this video today, dear student. Thank you.